everyone. Yes, I do mean you. It's me, Silver Daddy. Are you ready for another exciting adventure, aka trip or Trippin' with me? We're about to discover and share some amazing life stories. If I take a few sudden tangent turns along the way, don't worry, because I'll find our way back. Come on, climb aboard and buckle up, because we are ready to start another great episode of Trippin' with Silver Daddy. Hey everyone, welcome to this week's Trippin' with Silver Daddy. And this episode is being brought to you by J.D. Cutts Academy. And I'm in Silver Spring State Park. This is a very interesting and unique state park for many reasons. One, it is the world's largest natural spring in the world, and it feeds into the Silver River. If you're watching me on YouTube, look how clear the water is. I just had a big turtle. I don't know if you can see that big fish down there. This is seagrass down here. This is what, right below me on this ledge is seagrass or grass. And this is what the manatees like to eat. And if you look down there, you see that bright blue. That's sand down at the bottom. I can tell you from diving, that looks like it's at least 50 feet deep. It doesn't look that. But if you look at the water, if you're watching on YouTube, you just see all that kind of movement on top of the water. That's all from the springs. So what happened was, after the Civil War, that's when the United States really got into this tourism. Because, I mean, think about it. The people who were in the Civil War, didn't matter if you were from the Union States or the Confederate States, you were going all over the United States for this war. And when they were done, they realized there's a lot of really cool areas in the United States. What Florida had going for it was many of these springs were known to have some healing properties. And it has to do with the sulfur in the water. So since these springs were known for healing, a lot of the people in the Civil War, they needed some healing. So Florida became really like a mecca for this tourism, because it had so many natural springs and forest and the beaches. It had a lot to offer people, and people loved to come here. This spring, actually, in this park, is the oldest business tourism in the state of Florida. See those boats behind me if you're on YouTube? Those are glass bottom boats. Back in 1878, a guy named Jones invented these glass bottom boats here. And it was used to bring people here so they could take them out on rides down the river. And they could actually see the fish, the manatees underneath them. This was something people weren't used to. And it became a big tourist attraction. There's about 300 acres of land here. The state finally took it over. But also back behind me, that big building back there. So that big building is really known architecturally by a guy named Lundy. So this Mr. Lundy was in World War II, and he loved architecture. And after the war, he went to Harvard and graduated with a degree in agriculture, and he became famous for this style called Saratoga Modern, I believe it is. And that's the style of work that he became very famous for. Well, back in 1955, all these buildings down here that was used for tourism burnt down. And after he graduated from Harvard, he actually started he started an architectural firm in Florida. And he designed these buildings that were behind me. And they have restaurants, a lot of different things, art museums, everything here. And they're big open glass. I don't know if you can see that right below me. That's a Florida gar. That long, thin fish right there in the water, that's a Florida gar. They have really big teeth. We have gars up in the Northwest, too. But a lot of people come here to kayak, to walk in the woods, and just have fun. I'm going to tell you one thing. Buy a Florida State Park pass. They are well worth the money. This is a great park. Hey, everyone. Watch this commercial about JD Cuts Academy. That's where I go. And I will see you on the next episode. Remember, as always, love, peace, and respect. You're listening to Trippin' with Silver Daddy. Bye. Hey, everyone, I'm going to let you in on the Silver Daddy secret. Where does Silver Daddy get his hair, beard, and skin taken care of on his face? I go to JT Cuts Academy. The reason I go there, the owner, JT, has 2 very successful barbershops in Fort Lauderdale, and he has actually won the award for the best barber in the area. Now, Silver Daddy used to be a teacher, and I also wrote training for airlines, and I did a lot of training. So I'm really a big believer in helping people learn to become better. There is no better way than to get a great haircut or get a shave, beard taken care of by students who are learning but have put the hours in and practicing. And they are under the guidance of some of the best instructors in the area. I love going into JT Cuts Academy because 1, I know I'm going to look out my best, and 2, I'm going to be helping students get credit so they can graduate and have their own life. It's a win-win for everyone. Check out JT Cut Academies. Call them for times that they're cutting.